everybody. Welcome to this Monday night for our first official 2021 draft special. We're super excited to have you guys join us this evening. We got some pretty interesting potential drafty people joining us this evening. It's going to be pretty awesome. We want to find out more about them. Joining me on this panel tonight, to my right, is the lovely, the talented Alex. How are you doing this evening?
I'm fantastic. I got my Waterloo in hand. I'm excited to chat some potential new drafts here this season. This is going to be a crazy, amazing, season, crazy, amazing draft process. So excited to chat it up with some of my favorite people.
Cool. And then down below, that's right, you saw him. Belford is back. He made a special appearance on Chill this week, and we've happened to be lucky enough to get him again. Like, what's up? What's in the water? What's happening? We can get Belford 2 days in a row.
I took a sabbatical for a little while and, got in the right headspace and, completed life's missions of getting out of 2020. This new year, new Belford, I'm going to be a calm, positive, empathetic, person. And, and if that doesn't work, fuck everything. Wait, what? I'm sorry. Yeah. But yeah,
Right.
happy to be here. Fucking Schmoedown. With some rookies. Got some rookies.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. Well, we have 2 amazing guests tonight. Super excited to introduce you to them and find out more about them. Introducing first, I wish I was good at the voice like Harloff is. We have David Campbell. How are you doing this evening?
Listen, I am absolutely fantastic. I can't match everyone's energy.
David Campbell.
Woo! Thank you, Belford. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's the middle of the night here in Scotland, so I need all the encouragement I can get. Lead I fall asleep live on camera, which would be a terrible, terrible experience for us all. But thank you so much for having me on tonight. I'm really looking forward to this.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm happy to share my energy with you. I'm an Energizer bunny. I'm just constantly going, so I'd be happy to share.
Nice. Fantastic.
Think of it as potential training for actual matches that you could possibly participate in. This is what you're going to expect,
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, being an international competitor, I need to get used to the time difference. This is training. Sleep at this point is for the week. All right. Sleep is for the week, and it's a weakness that has to be cut out, before I go into the league in 2021.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's good to get that practice in now, so then you're fresh and sharp and ready for when you debut. It's going to be pretty cool.
It's going to be great.
Awesome. All right. And then also joining us, we have another special guest joining us that's on the draft list. Let me see if he's ready to come on. We have Jesse Sweep Swift.
Speaking of putting people to sleep, make your mission statement clear and precise.
Gee, I wonder what division you want to compete in.
Obviously, Star Wars.
Huh? I was thinking singles.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're super excited to get to know you both and know more about you and what your plans are if you were to be drafted in the league. One question I would like to ask, it's kind of a chill tradition, but I think a good transfers over well here. We'll start with David first. Is how did you even get into the Schmoedown in the first place?
Well, basically, I was a fan of the work over at Screen Junkies that Dan was doing on shows like Movie Fights. So then I heard he was facing a little guy called John Campbell, over at Movie Fights in season 3. Watched that match, was instantly hooked. I've been a wrestling fan for a number of years, so I totally got what the Schmoedown was about from day one. So watched Dan versus John Campbell, came for Dan, stayed for the likes of Roca, Snyder, Clark Wolf, Josh McCouga, all those guys back in the day, Mark Riley. And I've been watching as a fan ever since then.
Very cool, very cool. What about you, Sweeps? How did you discover the Schmoedown?
Well, I don't know about you guys. Have you ever had circles of friends, a lot of things that you're into, and you just felt like you're overwhelmingly smarter than everybody else, or just knew a lot more about everything? Right. So I began seeking out information or seeking out like-minded people because, I got bored of my current surroundings. And so that search for, that quest, I should say,
I think you might be frozen.
Oh no!
Did you lose him?
Technology.
It's that green screen. I'm telling you.
I think And I was like, what? Okay, I honestly, I think I know what that is.
I think you're back.
Okay, where did you lose me at?
Circle of friends looking for places. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that basically that led me to AMC Movie Talk, and where, speaking of John Campia, the mastermind behind that operation, and then further on, the mastermind behind Collider Movie Talk. And it was through this journey that I came across Christian Harloff, Mark Ellis, and the whole Schmoes team. And really, it didn't take long for me to find my way over to the Schmoes Know page at the time and watch their movie reviews, and then the Schmoedown. And I started watching the Schmoedown, and I was like, man, I could do this. Unfortunately, I'm up here in wet and wild Washington State. And I just I let the dream die pretty early, I think. And then he announced that he was opening it up to the minor leagues, to the little guys. And I said, you will regret this because I will get that belt and I'm not giving it back.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So you guys discovered the Schmoedown, discovered you loved it. So we kind of got an idea from you, Sweeps, about what you how you decided to audition, but a little bit more details on that. Like, what was your decided to audition? Did you already know kind of what you wanted to do for it, or was it kind of on the fly?
David?
Well, yeah, it was. I seen Christian put out the notice, and I was like, absolutely. This has always been a dream watching as a fan to try and get involved in some way. I've played a couple of movie trivia matches on the internet and put down some people who stepped up to the plate, who thought they could challenge me. They thought they were better. Were they? No. They had no chance. They had no chance against this guy. Look at this smile. That's a poster smile. All right. This guy wins matches, And then Christian put out the tape, and I was just like, yes, absolutely. I'm not going to pass up this opportunity. So I sent in my audition and got the email from Christian. And it's one of those ones I looked at the email and instantly put it away. I was like, I can't quite believe what I just read. But I think I might be in the draft for 2021. There's that moment where you're just like, pinch me right now. Yeah, so it was a really, it was just surreal putting in the audition tape, getting the word back. But the real work starts from there, because now that I'm in the draft, I'm going to do everything it takes to make sure that I get drafted.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, Sweeps, what was that like when you got to find out that you got picked? Like, what was that experience like?
Well, you look at when Harloff says that there's over 700 auditions or roundabout something like that, and narrowed it down to 146. I felt two kinds of ways. First, I saw it and there was the initial shock because I did not expect to see my name associated with the Schmoedown. And then you get to thinking, and I'm like, of course. I knew what my audition looked like. I made it. So, of course, I made it into the top 146. And then...
So humble. So humble.
That's my specialty. But I was a little confused because there was nothing next to my name. And I was like, well, I clearly auditioned for Inner Geekdom. That's what I plan on taking. Harloff did reach out to me briefly to let me know that there was my two favorite letters sitting next to my name on the official draft list. So that got me very excited. And I didn't have a time to get to the spectacular. I wasn't one of the first people to it, so I've been catching some of the matches as they come out. And I gotta say, just my hate fire burned stronger when I saw the match between Chandru and Chance Ellison. I was like, man, if none of these guys are going to take him out, somebody needs to do the deed and put this kid to rest. Like, I think we're all getting a little tired of seeing that fool run around. So it doesn't matter who gets between me and him. I'm going to do everybody a favor. Knock him out.
You know who you remind me of? Rebel Wilson from Pitch Perfect, when she has a little bit of that mashed burrito stuck behind her, over by her ear, and she's like, hey, you were like, isn't it? And she's like, no, don't touch it. It fuels my hate fire. and she's like, it's just like a hunk of mashed burrito, just hanging out right here, a big old hunk of it.
Now, like Rebel Wilson,
It's like a hunk of mashed burrito because one of Nikes. The trouble is a no. It's the troublemakers. Troublemakers. Yes. Troublemakers with Adam Levine. He throws a burrito at her, and she's like, "I've been shot." And somebody's right there. Sorry. Anyway, that's the right.
Just like Rebel Wilson, I can do mermaid dancing. It's a lot of floor work.
Listen, if that comes up as a question next season, and this is how I remember it, I'm sending you a personal thank you. You know,
If you get a medal from that random what little bit of food is stuck behind your ear,
it's mashed potato. David. It's mashed potato. That's what it is.
Awesome. So, Sweep Tube said you're going to be an IG, and it sounds like it's going to be really awesome. David, what divisions are you planning on playing in if you do get drafted this season?
Singles and teams for me. Listen, I love all the movies involved.
That's better for your health.
Yes, I think so. And I love Star Wars as well. But see, watching that Star Wars tournament, that'd be enough to put anyone off. Like, they were asking for what, Ewan McGregor's registration number was in his car that he drove to set. I'm like, I'm not going to answer that. But singles and teams for me, that's a division I would thrive in. That's a division I would definitely thrive in and be able to, contribute to and dominate in some ways in a meaningful way, especially over the rookies who are coming into that division. I think a lot of them are a bit high on themselves, a bit getting too big for their britches, and I'd be happy to come in immediately and take them down a peg.
Very cool. Yeah,
good.
Both of y'all need to put people in their places.
For sure.
Well, I think like this last season was called the year of the rookie. For a lot of different reasons. Obviously, not only the rise of Adam Collins and Marisol, being so successful, but also, Chance being being rookie in the IG division and getting, and winning, and also Ace as well. It was his first year going into the Star Wars division, so he was a rookie into the Star Wars division in particular. So it's definitely been a big year for rookies. So, but this year in particular, this upcoming year, are you guys hoping to make it the real year of the rookies?
Absolutely. I think fans like to see new faces challenge the guys who have been at the top, because there's a lot of guys who have been there since season 3, since I started watching. And there's only so many times, that you can see Dan and obviously Dan and Roka have started their beef again, but you want new matches, you want fresh contenders. And if all of the rookies coming in can come in and make a significant impact and make sure they're not a flash in the pan who are just going to fill out the undercard while the same guys are in the main event, I think that's what we should all be aspiring to coming into the league.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and just real quickly, are you just going to take this?
No, Peggy can step up to the plate. Set her up, I'll knock her over. That's Peggy. If she wants to come at me, will have absolutely no chance. So Peggy can say whatever she wants in the comments, but I'll just take it. And when we face Peggy, if that happens, you don't have a chance in hell. So keep talking.
I want to say something really quick. I just want to say that take notice that all these newcomers and the vast majority of the rookies, nobody's stepping up to IG. They're scared. They're scared little children.
Love that.
I feel kind of bad because every time I see Peggy's name, my first impulse is to be like, and Peggy. I can't help it. I just can't. It's just like such a natural. And I'm like, no, hold it in, Alex. Do not sing and Peggy, and do not snap.
Well, that's the thing. If we were to face off, I would be the Angelica in the situation.
Oh my god,
the one with the solos, the one people are talking about, and then Peggy.
Low-key, the in real life, the sassiest
we're talking about.
Like that's one.
It's well, that leaves me to be Elizabeth, and she's the only one alive at the end of the play. So
no, Peggy was 100% alive by the end. She actually outlived Liz, but whatever. In real life.
Oh, I got fact checked. I'm sorry.
The PJ Campbell Network. What is going on here? What happened? This Broadway trivia Schmoedown. Where do we go?
I'm in.
Sorry,
Belford, just wait until we burst into song, my friend. It's going to get amazing.
I'm out. If we burst into song, I'm out.
I think he needs a chiropractor for that whiplash. Didn't know what happened.
That was my bad. I transitioned it. That was my bad.
Speaking of IG, though, and like how cut. Thanks a lot, Peggy. With how cutthroat IG is, I mean, it's very known that all the IG players have some sort of study strategy. And I'm not asking what yours is, but have you developed your strategy? Like, like how you're going to remember those deep facts you need to know for IG?
let's just look at the things that I know and the things that I know less of. I'm watching on repeat every IG match that's been made available online. I've seen at least 5 times. So I am memorizing those questions that sometimes come back. Like if I hear, where's the Nova Corps from one more time, and I see one more person not say Xandar, someone's getting backhanded. But so there's so many of those things in like the I'll just say my strengths. I'm not going to give away too much. That they just come to me so easy. And then there's ones that don't, and I'm very aware of those. I have people in my life, and then people in the factions that I could also practice with. But there's people in my life that are experts in the things that I am not. So I have many different pots I can stick my hand into and to really polish up on all my information and just take the tournament by storm.
Very cool.
Wait a minute. Sunglasses, a tendency to violence. Do we have a new Andrew Guy in the IG division? Is that what's going on?
How dare you, Alfred?
Tendency to violence. That's the qualifications for Drew.
No, how dare you?
I mean, it's a Venn diagram. He's falling on it,
No.
It's
No. Jesse, no offense, but where's your suit? I don't see a tie. I don't see any of it. No.
So that's off the table now with Debonair Drew.
I refuse.
I'm getting impressed right now.
I will not acknowledge this.
Fair. That costs money. It's not cheap to be a well-dressed
maybe
man.
after the draft you'll see the suits.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, Jesse and David, something I'm a little curious about. Obviously, I'm not asking you about your strengths and weaknesses, but when it comes to you guys are in the draft. However, obviously, there's no guarantee you're gonna be drafted. And what are you guys? Have you guys already started the training process actively? Are you guys note cards people? Do you have notebooks filled with information? Do you just watch the movies and it just clicks for you? Like, not giving any specific secrets, but.
I think obviously IG goes deeper, but the benefit that IG has is you know exactly the movies that are going to get covered. With singles, it's a much broader scope. And like everyone, I have the blind spots of movies that I haven't seen before. So in preparation, those are the movies that I'm at least trying to check out once, or if I can't check them out, and some of the classics are like 4 hours long, at least reading the IMDb, and start taking the note cards down, start getting the profiles built up for that. But I've said this before, in terms of studying methods, a lot of that will come down to getting drafted, because I think you need to leave your ego at the door to an extent when you get drafted and realize there's going to be a lot more experienced players in your faction, who can offer you that advice and guide you in a certain way that will help you be successful, so that is, I'm trying to play it by ear just now, try to do what I can right now, but also knowing that the real work will start, as soon as the draft takes place.
Very cool. Real quick, we have a super chat from John Kaiser. I'm drafting David based on the Prince shirt alone. Not sure about the guy with the life jacket.
Hey, this is a John Roca exclusive copyrighted vest that I got from the man himself. Not to make any hints at what factions may or may not have reached out to me. I'm just saying there's been some exchanges between us.
Very, very good. Very good play.
A white rabbit or something?
David, care to respond with what you told me just minutes ago, specifically on like your shirt?
Yeah, I was just gonna say Prince is my favorite artist of all time with regards to John Kaiser, and I got this shirt fairly cheap. So if you want me to buy an abundance of Prince merchandise, I will do that. As long as I'm guaranteed a draft spot, I will wear as much Prince as you want, Kaiser.
Well, if there's something Kaiser needs in his faction or whatever it may be, he's going to need some really amazing singles and teams competitors. So I'm sure you're going to be in the conversation.
Yeah, and I think the dungeon, I think Kaiser's an amazing manager, but they're a faction that, they've been very vocal in the fact they want to rebuild. Send me the shirt, Bob. I'll take it off my back right now and send it. It's free in the morning here in Scotland.
Willing to give you the shirt off his back. That's dedication.
That's dedication.
I'm a team player. I'll do anything if it benefits the faction, including giving this shirt and showing my man boobs on air right now. I will do it.
Well, really, really quick, I want to say that since we got Kaiser watching here, I want to say, Kaiser, I appreciate you because I know some things about managers. I've been watching Backstage and the other Schmoedown shows, and at least Kaiser shows up to spectacular, unlike some managers.
Ooh.
Like who?
I'm not here to name names, so I don't want to put anybody under the bus.
Watch out, Phil. You can hear Christian Harloff why that happened.
That was an
Great story.
absolutely hilarious story. I was listening to Chilty Action, and I literally had to pause it because I was howling that much at the fact. He's just like, I'm at work, and he's like, yeah, but you're meant to be here, and he's like, well, I'm at work, so.
I'll say, David, you seem like a dungeon guy. You like wrestling, Kaiser's a wrestling guy. You you like the obviously Prince, classic rock. You know, if you enjoy Charlie Chaplin, you might be the perfect fit for Kaiser. So,
listen, I'm not going to close off any options whatsoever. You know, and I think that's what all rookies should be smart to do is politic a bit. Would I love to play for Kaiser in the dungeon? Absolutely. I think, like I said, Kaiser is a fantastic in-game manager. It's clear that he really cares about his competitors, and it's clear that he's trying to build something in the dungeon. If you see nothing else about the dungeon, it's clear that they're a very close-knit unit, and to go in and try and be part of the solution for the dungeon next season and not contribute, to a problem and not be someone who's going to be a flash in the pan, but try and truly work for a faction like I would any faction. If Kaiser, wants me and thinks I'm a good fit for the dungeon, then I would be absolutely buzzing to go there. Absolutely buzzing. It'd be fantastic.
Well, something I'm a little curious about. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that Kaiser in the dungeon, as you could see from the previous season, has the testicular fortitude to make some really brave choices with the draft, and that's something that I respect.
Yeah.
So, female managers can't hold up. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
Whoa, hey, no.
No one is saying that.
The phrases have the balls. I'm just going by.
Listen,
very fortitude too. It's fine.
Listen, 2 female managers in this league are my vote for feud of the year. So I'm not saying that.
Let's be honest.
Who's running corruption? Like I'm not beefing with any managers. I might have put my foot in the mouth a little bit earlier. I apologize.
Well, speaking of managers specifically, what are some characteristics of managers that you would love to? Not so much be a part of. I mean, like, what do you think are characteristics of a really great manager?
I think, like I said, in-play management, for me is the most important feature. Nice, Jesse, dropping testicles all over the place. That's hilarious.
You guys might both go to the dungeon.
I brought a new meaning to the term "drop the ball."
I think in-play management is the most important thing. I think if you don't feel comfortable during a match, that's on your manager as well. They're the ones coming in with the experience, and they need to be able to put you, at ease a wee bit and help you stay on focus. And also, I think, like I said, about breeding a really good environment for the whole faction, because coming into this, one of my goals would be helping the faction win the title. That's something that every competitor should be thinking about. There's an element of your ego you need to leave at the door, to be a really good team player in this league. And I think as if a manager can foster a really good team environment, that is a really, really key skill in making sure that you get over the line with regards to the faction championship. So for me, those are the 2 key things that I'd be looking out for in any manager who was to contact me.
What about you, Sweeps? What are you looking for?
Well, I want to piggyback a little bit on what my friend Soupy Campbell said, and that is that I think it's very important to have people that have experience not just in management, but that have played the game. So I'm looking at like a Koi Jandrew, someone that's got specifically inner geekdom experience, somebody that can tell me what it's like under the lights before we had this whole pandemic and we went to digital. I need to know what it's like when the pressure's on you, when you got to come up with those tough questions, some study methods. And I think he's got some of my favorite boys, the real rejects, behind him. And that's something that I can get behind. So I respect that a lot. And corruption, what I would do to learn something from Mike Kalinowski or Shannon, let's just talk about, a lot of people give Shannon a lot of credit, and I do as well, but one of the queens of smack talking and just learning how to get into your opponent's head is Roxy Strider. Is there anyone that knows more about which numbers are sexy and where, how to, I feel like half the battle is knowing what you know, and the other half is messing with your opponent so much that they can't even remember, Xandar. It's quite embarrassing. I'm going to keep bringing that up because watching all these, I think that question was in 4 different matches, and I think it was missed constantly. So you heard it here. Don't bring it back this year. I'm just
I mean, Stacey Howard. I mean, like, you need to say more. I mean, like, there's a reason why she's pretty darn amazing.
She's an icon.
Knowing what you know, and even knowing what you don't know.
Yeah.
Multiple choice. Bring it in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Since we have Kaiser in the chat, Kaiser loves a double feature. He's famous for loving a double feature. If you could pick a double feature to introduce yourself to the Schmoedown, what 2 movies would you pick to show?
That's such a Kaiser focused question. I love it.
you got Kaiser in the chat. So
Kaiser asks that every time we see him. He's like, so guys.
Specifically to introduce yourself to Kaiser.
Oh God, I love that, but it's putting the pressure on. I love that, but it's putting the pressure on.
Double feature. I love this question. I really do. It's something I haven't had to think about, and I got one really easy. I don't. Double feature.
Like for me, I would pick like Tommy Boy and Goodfellas. Like that would be introduce me to the 2 people. So
I'm
drafting you right now. Come join the sweeps team.
Nice.
That's right. The sweepstakes, as we call it.
It is. That. Yep. I'm branding that right now. David, you have something? I don't want to interject because you're not on my league, and I don't have any beef with you.
We have no beef. So maybe we can end up in the same faction sweeps. Wouldn't that be a marvelous time? We would have some absolutely phenomenal Zoom calls, I think.
I have a bad habit of adapting accents, so I apologize for any offense in advance.
It's absolutely fine, my man.
A team, though, an IG competitor and teams and a singles competitor make, in my opinion, the best teams in Schmoedown.
See how many TKOs and KOs that we can rack up and just bring everyone down to 0. They didn't even have a chance to compete.
Yes, we'd take so many points off other factions. I think it would be unbelievable. But in terms of the double feature, my favorite film, in fact, the film that made me want to make films is Kill Bill. So that's already a double feature in itself. Yeah, I count them as a whole. I'm kind of a purist that way. But I would probably say 1 is maybe my slight preference. Just because. Yeah, I love everything about the anime sequence in the middle of it. Are you kidding me? It's phenomenal.
It's like a perfect short story. It's like 8 minutes of perfection.
It's perfection.
Like the first 8 minutes of Up. It's perfect.
But if I could replace it, one of them with anything, I think I'd go a double feature of Unforgiven and Kill Bill Volume 2. Stick to the Western vibe with very different styles. One's colorful, sort of pulpy, and then Unforgiven's just like merciless. So that's the 2 I'd maybe give a double feature with.
You're cool.
All right.
Well, Belford, first I just want to say it's great question, really making me think. But this is what I'm going to go with for right now, and bear with me. So, movie number 1 is going to be Man of Steel, and let me tell you why. Because it is loud, it's epic, it's divisive. Go on Rotten Tomatoes, it's all over the place. But people that love it, and the people that hate it. And a lot of this competition is about, can you play the good side of things? Can you be a heel? And I'm saying I can do either. Whatever's needed of me in the faction. And then on top of my number 2 for the double feature is Anchorman. Why?
Lovely.
Because I don't always think about what I'm saying. And you're probably going to be quoting me. And I love Scotch. Scotch. Down into the belly.
If anybody asks, it said testicular fibrillation on the teleprompter. He didn't say that himself. That was written on the teleprompter.
I am the Anchorman of Steel.
Oh gosh! Oh,
very good.
Please! Oh my gosh, Kaiser, please make this happen! Oh my gosh, I need I desperately need
Will Ferrell as
Superman. I need the Anchorman of IG.
The man of IG.
Oh my god!
As far as you know, I'm not wearing pants under here.
I never realized how much I needed this until this moment.
Wonderful.
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
Steve Carell.
It works every time.
Oh, perfect. David can be my brick. It's already working the part.
He does love lamp. He does love lamps.
I love lamp.
Hold a grenade.
Do you like mayo in the toaster as well?
The quote that I quote the most from Anchorman is "Milk was a bad choice." Anytime I don't like something, I just say "Milk was a bad choice."
That came out better than.
Wow.
All right. Another question I have, it's kind of how I end things, but like we could keep going after this as well. As like, so you like, for example, we have Kaiser in the chat. Managers are probably going to come watch this on replay. What makes you special as a rookie in the draft? Like, what is the thing you're going to bring to the faction that's going to be better than other people in your division, possibly, that's bringing to the table?
Work rate. I doubt that anyone in this league, anyone in this draft is going to outwork me. In terms of natural talent, you've got those guys who learn by osmosis. You know, you've got your traditional Adam Collins is a perfect example of it. I think that guy came out the womb just knowing movie trivia, to be honest with you. But in terms of preparing for an opponent, working not only for myself to make sure that I am best prepared for the matches I go in, but working to make sure that every member of the faction that I end up in is prepared for their matches and helping them out, whether it be singles, IG, or Star Wars, and working within that to try and foster the best dynamic and to make sure that my faction is the one to come out on top. That is what I'm going to bring to the table. Not only my personal desire to win, but a desire to make sure that everyone around me is also in a winning position and to dominate the league next season. Because it's war at the end of the day, and I'm the type of guy you want in the trenches with you for a war.
All right. And Sweeps, what do you got bringing to the table?
Well spoken. Well, I want to cut to the chase a little bit because, you know, you can have all this talk, you can have all these, speaking of the things that you want to do or effort that you're going to make, but what it boils down to is points. At the end of the season, who's got the most points? So what I'm telling is any potential manager or faction head or any members that want to draft me and put them on their team, I'm here to bring you the points. Really simple. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make sure that we come out on top, that we knock down as many other factions as possible, and I challenge anybody on the whole IG draft to try to take me on. Just name the show, name the podcast. I'll be on there. I'll take anybody on. So, and a lot of people, when before the show, they try to script what they're going to say, how they're going to come across, and I can just, I think, shoot off the cuff, speak confidently about the things that I know, and I don't have to fake it to make it. I am the real deal, and that is what I bring to the IG League.
Nice.
What specifically makes you the real deal, Jesse?
What makes me the real deal is I don't have to do, I mean, like I said, there's things that I'm weak in and I'm willing to do a lot of research in those. But when I say I know something, I do. When I hear the questions, they come to me. I don't have to go to multiple choice. I know who was in Shazam, Constantine, and Aquaman when that's asked from a faction member, and it took me 2 seconds. Like, there's just some things that are in the forefront of my mind. I don't have to reach back and I don't have to use multiple choice.
But Sweep, something I'm confused about. Do you know where the Nova Corps is based? I feel that's an important issue.
Is it nowhere?
I feel like it's a trick question.
I believe it was actually Martha Kent's farm.
Nice.
For sure. For sure.
Are we talking the farm? Are we talking the farm or the house and the farm? No?
Yes.
No one got it. Okay, fine, whatever. No,
There we go. Or the bank that owns, or the bank that owns the house, or whatever. You know.
So the house and the farm. Oh my gosh.
Sweeps,
And
how many
it's
times?
just surrogates, guys. Just surrogates.
The question for all IG category competitors is, how many times have you watched Green Lantern? That is the question.
No, it's how many times have you watched Daredevil? Daredevil is.
You mean the director's cut several times?
Daredevil. I watched Daredevil way more than Green Lantern.
All right, well, just a quick question for you guys. I'm going to throw it back to you real quick. Quick trivia that surprisingly a lot of people don't remember. Who played Hal Jordan's best friend in Green Lantern?
Oh, Taika Waititi.
Thank you. I saw. I think it was like 2 competitors, neither of them, and I was like, "Come on, guys, where's that studying at?"
Put me in the draft, baby.
Let's go.
That's the thing. It's very obvious what movies people don't like to watch. Like Suicide Squad, most of the time the questions are missed. So watch Suicide Squad and you're already going to be ahead of people because that one's one infuriates me.
I keep almost giving you guys the scoops and letting you know what my strengths are, but I'm not gonna do that. I want to take
scoops, not scoops. We don't want scoops.
That's right. I want to take a second to just say I take offense to some of the things that I'm hearing around on some of the after shows, and even on SEN, everyone's talking about this is the year of the Star Wars League, and I'm like, excuse me, it's because you don't have me in the IG draft yet. Because I mean, look back at Mike Kalinowski and like some of the big leaguers in the IG league. There's a show there, and I think that too many people are expecting too much from the Star Wars League, and I'm here to take the crown of IG back, or the belt, I should say.
Nice. I like that. It's cute, but let's be honest. As soon whatever division I enter, singles or teams next season is the premium division. You know, I'm coming in not only to win. You know, I'm coming in not only to make my faction the winning faction. You know, look at this face. I've said it. This is the poster child of the Schmoedown for years to come.
It is a villainous grin, I will admit.
It's a wonderful
very
smile.
Distracting. It is. I have to say, I'm more excited about Schmoedown looking at that face. That's for dang sure.
I think it's very appropriate that he has a shirt about rain, because I am sure that after your first match, you'll be raining from your eyeballs.
Sweeps. Listen, all right. We've been really, really friendly up until this point. That's big talk for a guy with a green screen with nothing on it, my friend. That is big talk.
This is how you know I watch Green Lantern, friend.
Real question here.
This is war.
All right. Next season, you're drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Obviously.
What famous movie music theme would be your interest song?
Oh.
Now, for example, mine would be Duel of the Fates, obviously. So
it would be Battle Without Honor Humanity from Kill Bill. Easily.
Okay. Great one. Great thing. Great one.
I gotta admit, going right back to my double feature, just the building score of Man of Steel, and I don't care what you think about the movie, you don't talk smack about Hans Zimmer. Dun dun. Yo. Bum, bum. Go watch the third trailer, or go look up the soundtrack. I believe it's called Arcade. That song, just the way it builds and then drums come in, just that's what I need, because that's what I am. I'm going to start out quiet and just wage war through the competition.
Hold up.
He likes the Man of Steel trailer. He is Andrew Guy. This is Andrew Guy in disguise.
Calm down. I'm changing my answer. I'm going to change it to the Wonder Woman theme from BVS.
Nice.
That's what I'm changing it to, by Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
Mine's Damn It Feels Good.
It's the best part of the entire soundtrack, the score. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so great. But
yeah, arguably the movie as well. As soon as that music kicks in and she jumps into the action, and that, I remember the feeling in the cinema. I had goosebumps. I was like, "Yes, this is so badass." It was wonderful.
I thought she was with you. That moment, and they're like, "Oh shit!"
I gotta clean up some puke. So good. Not for our girl Diana. That's just the delivery in that movie. Yikes!
Disguise.
He got it. Thank you, Jake.
No, Jake, stop while your head. My dude. I really, I'm so not here for it.
Maybe that should be
the Schmoba Booty.
Right.
Schmoba Booty. Yes, it is. It's Schmoba Booty. Mm-hmm.
Get up and schmo my booty.
That's it. Mm-hmm. Jake is the leader. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's why Gucci Verse is like banned from Twitch, because
there's a reason why
it is literally
silent band. Yeah. Good old. Love you, Jake.
So what have you guys already started preparing for the Schmoedown, I'm assuming? So what's the worst movie you've had to watch to prepare yourself for the Schmoedown?
That's hard, because I love terrible films. For
example, Tommy Wiseau might show up in the Schmoedown?
Oh my god, that would be a dream. That would literally be a dream. Can you imagine?
Tommy versus Flirting Flowers?
Oh my god, make it happen.
I just want to get a whole lot of hi, Brad.
I think it is happening, to be honest. I really do.
Oh my god. My brain would explode.
I interrupted you.
No, well, The Room is a great answer, but one that I used to love. Listen, I have 2 younger sisters and like 5 female cousins. All right, so I was forced when I was younger to play Bosley to their Charlie's Angels. All right, that was the game we used to play. So Charlie's Angels Full Throttle is a terrible movie that I have a very personal attachment to, and I probably would be able to answer more questions of that movie than the average Schmoedown competitor. So if you're looking for a strength, a very particular strength I'll give you, Charlie's Angels Full Throttle would be one of mine.
Yo,
I gotta ask you a question.
Kelsey has the same problem with Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Horrible movie. She knows everything about it.
I've seen it 100 times at least, so I know that movie.
Have you evolved into playing the Elizabeth Banks version now?
Mm-mm.
Oh no. No, because it doesn't have the same sentimentality and it isn't as terribly awful. I mean, it's not the best movie, but
it's just regular awful.
It's just regular awful. Like the Full Throttle is full cheese, Demi Moore, and a fur coat. Awful. Like it's incredible. It's so good.
I got to see that movie be shot for a day. I was on the set to see Charlie's Angels Full Throttle be shot. And
what scene was it? Do you remember?
It was it's the scene on the roof where all of like the FBI agents come in.
Yeah,
and they're all, that scene. Yeah.
I wonder, a cinematic masterclass.
Belford was this close to being the 4th angel.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would watch that movie.
I blame myself for that movie, so it's fine.
Hot take. I actually have a lot of fun with the newer version of Charlie's Angels. I don't think it's a good movie by any means, but I think it's a fun movie. And also, I just love Kristen Stewart clearly having a fun time. Yeah. And she's like, I'm like, man, am I into Kristen Stewart now? I'm like, what? Yes. Do I want to be like friends with Kristen Stewart?
I feel like they should have just made an action movie with those actors and not called it Charlie. Like, just make a good action movie, because I feel like trying Charlie's Angels kind of like inhibited the film in certain ways. Like they could have just made a great action movie with them killing a lot of people or shooting a lot of people and doing a lot of cool things. Like
I actually started my research off with a bang last night, and I mean no offense to the Duel of Fates lover here, but I did watch Phantom Menace last night. Got caught up on my Jar Jar and Gungan City, and I'm gonna have to watch it again because I swear it doesn't stick.
So bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
That's good lightsaber scenes. A lightsaber fight. There is that.
That was a real emotional journey for you. Like just in a 5-second period, like it's so bad.
So bad. Alex feels the same way about Phantom Menace that Anakin feels about sand. I think we can gather from that.
I mean, the movie's just rough and coarse and irritating.
It gets everywhere.
My brother and I remember being in 1st and 2nd grade when that movie came out, I think. And we were just like in young grade school, essentially. And we went to a private Christian school down in Oklahoma. And at the time, we just got done seeing the movie. And so my brother drew a picture of, what's his name? The Sith dude.
Darth Maul?
Darth Maul. Yes, Darth Maul. He drew a picture of Darth Maul. And he was like colored him with red and black with the horns and everything. My parents got a call. I don't play an IG. I don't care about Star Wars. I don't care about Star Wars. I don't know.
How dare you?
Literally nothing to me. Okay, nothing. But when we were little, though, we were actually called into the principal's office. My brother, my parents, and I, and they were like, "There's something wrong with your son," and they were like dead serious. The nuns were there, the principal was there, and they were like, "We think he's," and they showed him pictures of Darth Maul that he was drawing, and they're like, "We think he's talking to some kind of demon or something like that." And my parents burst out laughing. They burst out laughing because they're like, "Have you not seen Star Wars? Like the biggest movie that's out right now?"
Yeah.
Literally, Darth Maul is on the movie covers everywhere. And they were like, "Oh, whoops."
Listen, Every good story.
Poor old nuns had no idea.
Every good story should contain the sentence, "The nuns were there" from now on. That's what makes it.
The nuns were there. My brother was like 7. It was,
Just get a hashtag.
Yeah.
Do nuns watch Star Wars?
do nuns. What is that reaction to Darth Maul? That's the real question. Like, how do they interpret it?
2 nuns, 1 Sith.
It's like, obviously, Lord of the Rings is obviously like an interpretation of the Bible mixed with World War II. Like, that's, or sorry, World War I. That's not news. But I would love to see like a man being like, the lightsaber is actually symbolic of Jesus' walking staff. I don't know. But you get it. I don't know. It's just a little weird.
Well, they say Annie's supposed to be Space Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
Space Jesus? Like, who's Luke? Who's Luke?
Oh.
Well, the Metachlorians are the
Yeah,
Holy Spirit. So,
Ooh, hot take. Belford on the hot take. Let's.
We should write a book.
Clipping that out.
Right.
We should write a book.
I got the Holy Spirit.
It's very clear that Obi-Wan is Noah at this point. You know, it's very clear.
We
He parted-
are mixing
Darth
Bible now.
Oh, we got somebody else in.
No, he got parted like the Red, so he's not
Ben-
Moses.
Oh, God.
Thank you. Salute to the rookies of this incredibly attractive crew of hosts. Oh,
Oh.
Ben,
And
are you
the,
saying that we're not incredibly
I was about
attractive?
to say, and the incredible attractive rookies. I mean, look at that smile bend. I need to say it again.
Sexy rookies here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sexy numbers are like the old thing. All the sexy rookies this season.
The sexy rookies. That's it.
I
let's
mean,
see
like-
the sexy rookies. There we go.
Yes.
You
Oh my God.
don't want to take a text under the sweat.
Oh, we also have another rookie that was definitely just hanging out with us last night, which was, what from, Wit Gang.
Mm.
Are you familiar with Ben? I feel bad. I can't pronounce his last name. How do you pronounce his last name?
Jake.
He was on last night?
I mean, night before last. It's Jacob.
Mm.
Oh, is this the one with Justin? The Juice?
Yeah, yep. Juice is his advisor.
Right.
Mm.
I hope to see more of them. It sounds like they're also staying out of my league. So I mean, I don't mind having some friends across the Schmoedown, but you get in my way. Like I said before, it's
So
not good for
basically
your
what you're
health.
saying is no one is in your league.
Yes. Yeah. Remember a time when Bateman actually thought about going into IG, and then he hit movie Green Lantern, and he's like, "F this! I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch this 20 times."
Lantern 5 times. That was the end of Bateman's IG thoughts.
Oofed.
That was the turning point for me. He's like, I saw like 15 IG movies, and they were all fine, but I just saw Green Lantern. No more. Mm-mm.
His Bateman ended the dream of going into Star Wars. Is the question.
I
That's
think
it. Done.
I
That's
think
it.
that Ben was flirting with me. Is that what that was?
Possibly. The question is,
night-
is Bateman
a good
watched
night for sleep.
Nightmare Before Christmas left? That's the question.
I would say that's an interesting strategy. Usually people try to insult each other to get inside each other's heads, but now I'm all aflutter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that to
Definitely.
people.
New tactic for the new season.
Yeah. And a new Schmoedown power couple is what we need. 60 days.
It's
into
fine.
60 days of Star Wars, guys. You heard it here.
That's all it takes.
And I'm like, you're that Sith Lord dude person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I died a
He-
little side when you said that.
I knew the name Darth Maul when I was 4 years old.
Literally,
That's
I
sick.
haven't seen those movies. I haven't seen those movies since they came out in theaters. Just
Mhm.
putting in perspective for you. I haven't rewatched them. Wait, scratch that. Lucas said we watched them, like marathoned them when we were just started dating in college, but I don't remember that in the slightest. So I remember nothing about it. Like, I
See,
haven't seen Force Awakens once since I saw it in theaters like 4 years ago. Like,
See,
nope.
I recently ran a Star Wars trivia event for charity, like only a couple of nights ago. So I had to
Draft them already.
I had to watch all of them again recently. And you know what? I'm just a big Star Wars mark, so I was watching them objectively. I was like, some of these are truly awful, but I don't care because Ewan McGregor's there, Obi-Wan's there. It's great,
That should be on the box of Star Wars. Truly awful, but you don't care.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad, but we have Liam Neeson. So
Why would you say something so brave and so true?
You can't forget Alec Guinness. Like it's Alec Guinness even had a really weird relationship with the Star Wars fandom. Like he didn't like being part of it. He was just like, I guess if it's popular, if you give me money, sure. But I don't care about Star Wars.
Yeah, the old Harrison Ford is what we always do.
Never happened before. Like there were no fandoms really before Star Wars. So
yeah.
He didn't
guys had this,
and he didn't like Star Wars even. He only did it for the money.
You know, money is always a good thing. You know, you can't.
That's true.
I'll like whatever you want for enough money.
I was very disappointed to hear Harloff talk about with the potential of doing the minor leagues for those that did not get drafted into the Schmoedown. He said there's no money involved, but it's more of like a fan league. And I was like, man, I thought that's what I was here for.
The mercenary over here. I love it.
Well, you guys aren't gonna have to worry about draft. You're on the show with me, so that pretty much guarantees you're gonna get drafted. I already got Kaiser drafting you, Campbell. Don't worry, and we got some things in the work there, Sweeps. You know, we'll see what's up.
Hey, I had some people on the page that are saying Sweeps, Stryer, Stars sounds really good, and I was like, I can't argue with that.
Alliteration.
Alliteration is a wonderful thing. Yeah. It's a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Jokey Joke Maker.
Wow. Jokey.
Hey,
joke.
It's dodgeball.
Arloff loves alliteration.
Oh my god.
You might have a good chance.
Really does. Well, I think that about covers it for tonight. Getting to meet these awesome competitors that we are really hopeful that we made. I like to made a joke when we were planning this show. It's like, I really like the dating show. We're trying to like set you up with your perfect partner, and that's gonna be the managers in the chat. So hopefully we made some love connections tonight, and you're going to have people slide into your DMs for some conversations. But it's been a lot of fun. I feel like we really got to know you guys, know what you're gonna be bringing this season if you guys get drafted. And so, Sweeps, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me just by looking on the Schmoedown page and finding Jesse Swift. Or also you can find my podcast on YouTube, which is Flick, like a flick, hyphen, Reel, REEL. So, or Flick and Reel, sorry. So Flick, hyphen, in, hyphen, Reel. That's my podcast. We talk movies. We just did a most anticipated list. What is left and still out there. There's reviews for Mandalorian and soon next week, WandaVision. So look forward to that.
Very cool, very
I don't have a keytar here, sir. I don't know what your accusations are.
All right, and David,
I might have a keytar.
Well, there's so many sunglasses in the rookie season. There's so many sunglasses.
Okay, well, listen. Originally, I wasn't going to do this because I didn't want to be part of that whole shtick. But you start looking ahead and you see that the future's so damn bright.
It's
very good, very good. Extremely cheesy, but very good. I love it.
Never mind. I'm not sure I can help you anymore. Sweet, get drafted. Never mind. After that joke, now I'm like, I wash my hands of the business.
I didn't lose you at disguise.
No, you're good. You're good there. I was in it. I was on it. Future's so bright, I gotta wear shades.
Well, listen, you can find me at David Campbell 55 on Twitter, and you can find my podcast First Time Films on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Each week we look at a film that one of our panel hasn't seen. This month I've managed to find people who haven't seen a Star Wars, so that is very fun.
A single Star Wars.
I have not seen a single.
Not one.
Not a battle, not one battle, so it'll be very, very, very fun indeed for me anyway.
And remember to find a soup at your local Kroger store.
Absolutely. Listen,
keep the family business going.
Sweeps, stop trying to make me money here, stop trying.
Hey, Sweeps comes. Do you guys know the origin of Sweeps? Swiffer, Sweeper? Sweeps.
Nice.
Sweeping competition. So just sponsor us. We got Campbell's chicken noodle soup over here and the Swiffer Sweeper.
Nice.
Gotta mop up the competition.
Well,
I feel you. I feel you.
gotta take out all these limp noodles, if you know what I'm saying.
What are we even talking about?
I don't
know anymore.
right, Belford, where can people find you?
Oh, at Mr. Billy Belford on Twitter. That's it. That's it. That's all I got. And I'll be on call to action here whenever I feel like. Whenever there's a good show, I'll just pop in. That's how it works. So.
All right. And Alex, where can people find you? Dying of laughter.
Laughing in her house. Find out.
I feel like every other episode of from laughter. I almost died from laughter the other night, last night, but I don't know what time it is. You can find me co-hosting a show called Cinema Bias, where Video Drew, aka Drew Grants, and we dive into movies one of us hasn't seen. And tomorrow we're going to be diving into the movie Spirited Away, one of my favorite animated movies of all time. Drew has never seen a Studio Ghibli movie, so I thought we'd start with the only one today that's won an Oscar for Best Animated Film. So we're starting with that. So I know I'm so excited about this chat with her over it.
That was so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be up on her channel, so definitely check it out. And you can also find me hosting Schmoedown here later this week on a Wednesday. It's gonna be themed on the award show coming here this weekend, so definitely stay tuned for that.
Cool. And you can find me at KelseyKins90 on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me at Miss Quinkins on Instagram. That's my cosplay page. TeePublic, we've got merch. We've got masks. Wear a mask. And then, of course, you can always find me here on these rookie specials we'll be having over the next couple weeks, as well as Call to Action Live and Chill to Action. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this Monday night, and we will see you next time. Bye.